right, we'll call our meeting to order at 7:08 and ask for public comment on non-agenda items. No public is present here in the room, but if anybody is out there on the online side watching, please submit your comment as you would have it, and it'll be addressed as soon as we receive it. Approval of minutes is the next thing on our agenda.
I'll make a move. Approval of minutes. Yeah.
I'll second.
Been moved and seconded to approve the minutes as they were presented. Is there any discussion? 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 Excellent. Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. All right, motion passes. Moving on to the budget.
Sorry, I was just looking at, we are in good shape for the next fiscal year. I just caught a little error on our stuff, so I just emailed to fix that. I imagine that we'll be able to do a presentation when Bill is all the way settled. Do you have an idea what he was going to show the board how the budget worksheet worked?
I don't know, but I will write that down and find
Okay.
out. And our budget will be approved July 2nd. We
Okay.
planned on June 25th, but July 2nd.
Okay.
So I don't really know if he's going to have time before the budget.
Okay.
We're keeping him kind of busy.
Anything significant
No.
prior to fiscal year end? Or?
No, we're just trying to wrap up end of year stuff.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
we are in good shape.
Any questions for Jessica?
Nope.
Okay, very good. Moving on to our ongoing business, commission update.
I don't have anything besides Jessica does a fantastic job keeping track of your budget. She should do a class because it's hard, and we've changed a lot of things over the last 2 years. New spreadsheets, new philosophies, and all of that. So you guys are in great shape, but as far as an update, I don't have anything.
Okay. Any questions or anything? All right, grants and MOUs.
So we are getting ready to finalize an additional $40,000 with the Forest Service for the Horse Gulch fire. That got pushed through before any other budgetary cuts. It does not look like we're going to get an MOU with the BLM for this upcoming season. They're not sure where their grants and agreements are going to go yet, so there's kind of that. We redid our state highways contract, so that's $21,000 that we'll do for the next fiscal year. And then tomorrow there's going to be a cooperative spray day with the BLM up Limestone Hills. So working with BLM, National Guard.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be up in that area.
Okay. Any questions for Jessica on grants and MOUs?
I guess I have one. Sorry, I should
Yeah.
have asked you. Or I'd like to come up here.
With everything going on with DNRC and BLM and all of them, are you concerned about any other grants?
No.
Okay.
No, the rest of our grants are funded differently. They were not affected by the Doge cuts. It's just the new agreements.
Okay.
We didn't have active agreements in place with the BLM, and we hadn't because of reasons the position hadn't been filled. And
Right.
but our like the grants that we've got currently with the state are all certainly funded through the state, and then our Fish, Wildlife, and Parks grant is funded differently.
Okay. Because I know in other departments we're
Yep.
facing some issues with state grants and national grants. So, okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Wonderful. Let's transition then right into the spray update.
So next week, we're going to do some special projects for the county, including the gun ranges and the silos. The crews have been hard at work on our county roads. and some of our state roads the last couple of weeks. So we're just chipping away.
Mhm.
Yeah, next week's gonna be special projects.
Okay. How has your progression worked through the county
Grace, do you
as far
wanna
as
fill us in on how the roads have, how you guys have progressed through the county roads this year?
I'm not a good example.
Okay, so as of right now, we got in done on, I don't know what side this side of the lake is. I don't know what that would be called.
the western?
Yeah, the west side of the lake.
Yeah.
We had all the county roads done there.
Great.
We started going over, we finished up Old Woman's Grave Road, River Road, all that just started. We're actually kind of waiting to do Indian Creek Road tomorrow because of the BLM spray, because that kind of connects with them. And then we also started on the roads on the other side of the lake, more of the lower sides than the gulches, and then currently moving towards 6 Mile Road.
Mhm.
So yeah, that is where we're at right now.
So we have the southern end of the county to do
Yep.
yet
Mhm.
then?
Yep.
Okay, very
And we're
good.
progress-wise, we're making really good progress. So
Good. It's worked well?
yes,
Good.
yep. Only had one hiccup, but we fixed it, so we're good.
Awesome. We appreciate you, all that you've done
Yes.
for us and having you here.
Thanks.
She's great.
Anything further in spray
No.
update? Any questions?
No, sir.
All right, very good. Vehicle and equipment update.
So I think the hiccup that she mentioned is that we lost a battery on one of the UTVs and we replaced that. So we just dropped into battery in that and got it working right away. And then I forgot last season to get the AC fixed in the Dodge.
Oh.
Because by the time we talked about it, it was the end of the season and it
Yep.
didn't trigger in my brain. So that's on our list to get repaired.
Okay.
Now that it's getting hot.
Yeah. Okay. Any other
Nope.
major issues? Okay. UTVs have been working well overall? Or
Yep.
as we hoped, I guess?
Yeah, I'm not thinking of anything else like that.
Good. Good. Anything on the safety side that we need to consider? Or?
Not on my mind right now.
Yeah. Cool. Good. Yeah, I've noticed your signs around, and I think they help. So at least keep people aware.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still just a sign, but
Yeah.
Right.
But
nice enough to stop or slow down.
yeah. All right. Any questions or comments as far as vehicle and equipment go? Very good. Can't be an action item because it isn't listed as such on our agenda, but is there any other new business that would warrant discussion?
Not for me.
Very good. Well, that brings us on then to our roundtable. Anything over here?
No.
All righty.
Just for notice, Daleen has shifted to four days a week in the office, so don't expect communication from her on Fridays.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah, just
Anything else?
nope, not yet.
Anything from? Yes,
Grace has a
ma'am.
thing. Yep, you have to.
One thing I just wanted to mention, I don't think it's a big deal, but I already talked to Jessica about it. When we were spraying the highways over by Three Forks, we did find a different invasive species that we normally don't have in this county. Oxeye daisy. It was an isolated area. We sprayed it, but just to keep an eye out, just in case.
Oh yeah, they found a singular plant.
Okay.
Just in case the highways bring things.
Yeah.
What type of invasive species is that?
So it's in the aster family. It has a rhizomatous root, so it spreads by root and seed.
Got it.
But like I said, it was just one little isolated plant area that, and I kind of looked around to make sure there was no other spots.
Good.
But just because it is found, you never know what else can come.
Oh, yeah. You bet.
And it was going towards Three Forks. It was right before the rest area, so I'm sure that's probably how it came. And it kind of looked like they may have just thrown some seeds out to try to grow stuff, because they have other plants I haven't seen either, so I think that's probably how it ended up coming here. It's related to the Shasta daisy, which is found in gardens, so that's kind of how it ended up in the U.S. So and that is my spiel about Oxeye daisy.
Have you been back?
Huh?
Have you been back since it was treated?
So it was actually treated last week.
Okay.
So I haven't checked on it since yet,
Sure.
because we got to give it a few weeks
Yeah,
to make sure the
absolutely.
chemical works. But reading our chemical labels, it should cover
Good.
what it was. So
I
Perfect.
don't think that was a hard one to kill. It's
Mm-mm.
just odd.
it's just randomly there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What this tells me is that we've got to keep our eyes open, keep on the ball with, it's just amazing that here we are, 2025, another invasive species coming in.
That Oxeye daisy is pretty prevalent in other areas of the state, so it's not surprising to see it
Really?
move. Like, it's not,
It was a matter of time.
it wasn't, yeah.
Yep.
It wasn't,
Hmm.
it was never going to get here. It was just
Yeah.
when.
When was it?
Yeah, I've seen it way worse in places. So just finding it in the isolated area is way better than what I've seen in the past.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's meadows of it in western Montana, like just straight up meadows.
Mm-hmm.
Quick question though on that. With all the new GPS and stuff you guys have been working to get to, was it marked?
I marked it on Onyx, so we
Okay.
have a point.
Well, no, okay. I was just wondering if it was marked within the system.
We did not use it, we didn't put it in EdMaps yet.
Yeah.
It's not, EdMaps has its purposes,
Okay, well, I'm,
but it's not my favorite app to use, so I prefer to go in on a computer. Its mobile upload has issues,
okay.
but that's what the state likes us to use,
Mm-hmm.
so.
Okay, well, no, I was just
Yeah.
wondering, you know, if it was marked, however,
Mhm.
just to make sure we stay current with all that stuff, because we spend so much money on it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Unless you want to just stay there, because we probably have more questions.
Is there anything else?
Do I use it? I don't think so.
All right, you're free to sit. Of course.
Really?
Stand up and down.
Your squat's in for the day.
Yeah, right?
Oh yeah.
Commissioner, anything?
You know, I just thought of something else.
I don't know if you all have noticed in the MT43 news for several weeks now, a couple months, they have saved space for us for a county article. I know Allison does her own thing. And some of them have been about taxes or the sheriff's levy or whatever. Jessica's done a great job. Last minute when we need something, we always know she has a list of things she can put in there. So if you haven't noticed, she's really helped us out. And this next week or the following week, I guess,
Yeah.
it will be a article with pictures, and so we appreciate that. And it's educational. So if you guys ever think of something, they have saved that space, column space for us. They're not charging it, so we can use it any way we want. So it's kind of free advertising for us and educational also.
So
Yeah, if you think of anything.
The first set I did was on our cost share program, and then this set I'm going through our county listed weeds. So I'm doing like a
Excellent.
series article on the county listed weeds
With pictures, which
with
I
pictures.
think helps a lot.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah. So if you all think of something, it doesn't have to be about this, but something that the county should talk about or you want talked about, even if you don't want to write the article, give us some ideas. But yeah, Jess has done a great idea.
Or great job.
Thank you.
That's a good idea with pictures, because before I got on the weed board, I had no idea what was noxious, what wasn't, you know.
Same
There
here.
was weeds that
Yeah.
I see on the place that less desirable or whatever, and we always tried to kill them, but I didn't know that they were on the
Right.
on the
Thank you.
list. And
Yep.
so that is very helpful for those of us who don't know what's on that list.
Exactly.
Anything else?
You got another.
Nothing?
I have nothing.
No, sir.
All righty. Well, what I had, I think I've already said. We just that we appreciate having you on board and
Yes.
and appreciate the help while Jessica's been recovering and keeping things going. So,
You don't know how.
so we're glad to have you around.
And I second the motion.
Yeah.
Anything else anybody has to add? All right, I guess with that, July 15th at 7 o'clock will be our next
Yes, sir.
scheduled meeting. And any other announcements that you're aware of?
No,
Very good.
no, we're good.
Well, our meeting's adjourned, 7:24.